نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قول معروف ومغفرة خير من صدقة يتبعها أذى والله غني حليم بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم الأمين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, it's a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given me and you the ability and tawfiq to participate in this gathering. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this gathering a source of guidance for all of us. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this gathering one of the means of our entry into Jannah. Inshallah, tonight I will be sharing with you verse number 263 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Verse number 263 of Surah Al-Baqarah. And in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about giving. Allah is talking about spending for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, giving to charitable causes. You know, alhamdulillah, we are only a month away from the month of Ramadan. And in the month of Ramadan, we feel a lot more softness in our heart towards other people. And that's why the month of Ramadan is also the month of giving. And in the month of Ramadan, a lot of us, we pay our zakats. We give a lot more sadaqah to the mosque. Or we pay a lot more charity to the charitable causes. So that's why I think that this ayah is very, very important. And that's the reason why I want to share this ayah with all of you tonight. So that we can prepare ourselves for the month of Ramadan. But you know, the actual giving, in addition to all of these charitable causes, the actual giving from where charity actually begins, is the people that are closest to you. Your family members who are in need. Your friends. Your neighbors, people that you know. You know, you give them something and you give it to them personally. You're giving these individuals, these recipients something, some kind of help. For example, you have a friend who is in debt and he doesn't know how to get out of it. He is genuinely in debt and he has been stuck in that debt for a while. So you give him something, you put a little bit of dent in his debt. Or maybe you have someone in your family, maybe your uncle, maybe your cousin, maybe even your own brother. Your own brother, he just lost a job. And he's having a really hard time making, rent payments, making bill payments. He's having a really tough time. So you help him out. You give him something and you help him out. Now in this ayah, Allah is giving us a very powerful advice. And by the way, this advice is not only about giving. This advice is about how you give. The ethics of giving to other people, which is, I think, very, very important. How you give to other people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفٌ, a decent word. A decent word. وَمَغْفِرَةٌ, and forgiveness. خَيْرٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ يَتْبَعُهَا أَذَى, it's better than a charity which is followed up by painful words. You give charity, but immediately after charity, pain comes. Let's try to understand the ayah, the meaning of this ayah. There are people in our community, including you and me, we all are here, no one is exception. Sometimes we give, and we give for the sake of Allah. But when we give it in a very condescending manner. We have this kind of attitude, okay, take it. I know you need it. Keep it. That's how we give. And it's a very hurtful way of saying things. You're not insulting the person that you are giving, but you're saying it in such a way that pierces through his identity and he feels bad. So Allah says, قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفٌ. The word ma'roof here is very, very important. The word ma'roof. Part of the meaning of the word ma'roof is to retain dignity. Speaking with people in ma'roof. Speaking with people in a decent way. So when you give them in a decent way, and also the meaning of ma'roof is to show respect. When you give, show respect. In other words, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us in this ayah is the person that you are helping. Perhaps there is someone that you are helping and you are thinking that you are helping them, but actually you are not helping them. You are depositing in your akhirah through that person. And technically speaking, that person is helping you. From your iman perspective, that person is helping you because he is giving you an opportunity to put some investment in your akhirah. So you are honored to be able to help them. So Allah says, قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفًا. Say a good word when you give charity. Say a good word. وَمَغْفِرَةٌ. Forgiveness. Maybe you have someone in your family. Maybe you have someone among the circle of your friends that you don't like anymore. You have a fight with him. You want to help him. He is in need. You want to help him. But you just have a fight with him. You're not getting along well with each other anymore. So you say to yourself, yeah, I know that he is in need and I can help him and I want to help him, but I'm not sure if I should help him. Because he said really mean things to me. We are not on good terms anymore. So I don't know if I should help him. Allah says, قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفٌ, decent word, وَمَغْفِرَةٌ, forgiveness. This is the right way to do things. This is the right way to go about things. Even if you hold grudges again, you see a friend, you see a family member, you see someone in need, forget about all these grudges that you hold against him. Forget about all the bad things that happen between you. He is in need and you want to invest something in your akhirah. This is the best opportunity for you. Invest in your akhirah and help that person out. This is the right way to do things. قَوْلٌ مَعْرُوفٌ, saying a decent word, and مَغْفِرَةٌ, and forgiveness, forgiving each other. Allah says, خَيْرٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ. Now listen to this, is the last part of the ayah and I will maximum take 2 to 3 minutes. خَيْرٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ. This is better. A decent word, forgiveness, is better than a charity which is followed up by painful words. You give a charity, but right after that charity, pain comes. Your painful word comes. In other words, you say to your friend, yeah, I remember you said mean things to me, but I know you are in need, so take that charity. Keep it. And make sure you don't let it happen to me anymore. You don't let it happen to me next time. You can't talk down to people. You don't talk down to people. You cannot use your charity, you cannot use your money as a leverage against other people, especially when you're giving it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You give it to anybody. You give it to a friend, a family member, a neighbor, a masjid. You give it to any charitable cause. But there are no strings attached. Let me make myself again clear. What Allah is teaching us here. Let me repeat myself. You give to anybody, when you give it for the sake of Allah, there are no strings attached. You will never get anything out of it in this dunya. Don't expect anything out of it in this dunya. If they do something, if they give you something in return, if they give thanks to you, or if they do some kind of favor for you in return of your charity, that's their goodness. That's their goodness. But number one, don't expect it. Never ever expect it. And number two, if they don't do anything for you in return, don't get offended. Don't say that I helped them out, they didn't do anything for me in return. You never helped them out. Like I said before, you're helping yourself out. You never helped them out. And by the way, the moment you start expecting anything in return of the charity that you give, even in the depth of your heart, if you and me, we start expecting anything in return of our charity, at that very moment, that charity, it doesn't matter if you have given millions or billions of pounds, it doesn't matter. That charity, at that very moment, will become unacceptable for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah made it very clear, إِنَّ اللَّهَ طَيِّبٌ لَا يَقْبَلُ اللَّهُ إِلَّا طَيِّبًا. I am pure and I only accept what is pure. Allah doesn't like sharing. So if you expect anything in return, Allah is not going to accept it. It's just a worldly transaction and you're not getting anything out of it. Even in this world, you're not getting anything out of it. So what kind of transaction you are making? So Allah makes it very clear that when you give it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there are certain ways in which you give to the people. And then finally Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ends this ayah with beautiful words. Allah says, Wallahu ghaniyun, I am free of need. I don't need you, I am ghani. If you think you are giving charity for me, no, I don't need your charity. I don't need your help for that friend of yours who is in need. I can open many ways for him to be provided. I don't need your money, I don't need your help. Allah says, Wallahu ghaniyun, I can open many ways for him. You are just there to demonstrate your faqr. You are just there to demonstrate your bankruptcy. Ya Allah, I don't have anything in akhirah. Ya Allah, I don't have anything in akhirah. So accept this charity from me so that I can invest something in akhirah. That should be your attitude. You are there just to demonstrate your humility and your faqr and your bankruptcy, that I don't have anything in akhirah. I'm giving this charity so that I can invest, I can make some investment in my akhirah. Wallahu ghaniyun. I don't need your charity. I'm ghani. I'm free of all need. And finally, Allah says Halim. The word Halim is beautiful. Yeah, in the Quran, in the English translation, it says forbearing. But the word Hilm, it actually means, Allama Zamakhshari rahmatullah alayhi said, it actually means to be able to feel the pain of other people. That's what Hilm means. That you are sensitive to the pain of others. Allah says, I am sensitive to the pain of other people. I am sensitive to the situation of other people. So Allah says, Wallahu ghaniyun halim. Number one, if you think you are rich, you are not rich. Allah is ghani and Allah has made you rich. You are faqir. Allah is ghani. Allah has made you rich. And number two, if you are not sensitive towards other people, then you should copy one of this quality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. He is halim. He is forbearing. He is sensitive towards other people. So I sincerely make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us sensitive, make us ethical, conscious and cautious when we give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us pure and halal and good source of earning. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us understanding. May Allah keep us united in this dunya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reunite us in the hereafter.